Kear Newsline brings you factual, credible, and balanced information from all parts of Liberia and the continent. Join us Monday to
Good evening and a pleasant welcome to Kear Newsline. 45 minutes of news, views, and analysis on Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global community. Today is Monday, January 27, 2024, and I am Mariama Jalloh presenting. And these are stories topping the headlines. Justices of the Supreme Court of Liberia boycott the President's State of the Nation address, leaves huge speculations among citizens. President Joseph Walker vows to end drug abuse in Liberia. The Liberian leader boasts of continuous reduction in the prices of basic commodities on the Liberian market. The Civil Law Court dismisses the case filed by embattled Speaker Fanati Koufar challenging the election of Representative Richard Cohn as Speaker of the House of Representatives. But the legal team of J. Fanati Koufar runs to the Supreme Court. And away from Liberia, a baby has been injured in an attack on a hospital in Goma today, Save the Children says. Details of these plus other interesting developments are packaged in this news. Stay tuned as we take a short break to be right back. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. Let's now join Aloysius Chea for the Bulletin of News. Good evening, Aloysius.
Good evening, Mariama, and good evening, listeners. President Joseph Walker has vowed to put an end to drug abuse in the country. According to President Walker, his government intends to establish rehabilitation centers across Liberia. He claimed that 22 projects are currently undergoing construction, adding that this will end the war against the narcotic substance. The Liberian leader urged Liberians to join in order to end the fight against drugs. He made these comments at the State of the Nation address in Monrovia Monday. At the same time, President Joseph Walker has outlined numerous achievements made by his leadership within 1 year of governance. He claimed roads connectivity, electricity, education, jobs creation, and infrastructure development as huge plus to his government within a period of 1 year. The president at the same time said, despite challenges faced in the country, he is optimistic about transforming the lives of every Liberian. The Civil Law Court has dismissed the case filed by Councillor J. Funati Kofa in the rule of law block challenging the election of Representative Richard Cole as Speaker of the House of Representatives. The rule of law bloc supporting embattled Speaker Funati Kofa has sought the court's intervention, requesting a declaration of the rights of all lawmakers to participate and vote in electing the Speaker of the House of Representatives. However, the ruling from the Civil Law Court has favored the majority bloc, affirming Richard Cohn's election as Speaker. Members of the rule of law bloc of the House of Representatives have consistently termed as unconstitutional the election of Richard Cohn as Speaker of the lower house. Following the decision of the Civil Law Court, embattled Speaker Funati Kofa and his legal team has taken an appeal to the Supreme Court of Liberia. A former inmate at the Monrovia Central Prison, Jiba Massacre, has called on the Liberian government to turn its attention to the well-being of inmates and the maintenance of the prison facilities. Speaking to reporters upon his release from the Monrovia Central Prison, Jiba Massacre expressed concerns about the horrible state of the prison facilities, stating that inmates are dying on a regular basis. He alarmed over the unconducive nature of the prison facility, urging the Ministry of Justice to closely monitor the Monrovia Central Prison and other facilities across the country. Massacre revealed that many inmates are being detained without any formal charges, a situation he believes has contributed to the overcrowding of the secure prison. He added that the facility was built to accommodate 300 inmates, but currently holds more than 1,700 inmates, adding that 20 persons are being held in a single cell. He, at the same time, Jira Massacre highlighted the lack of basic necessities for inmates at the Monrovia Central Prison, including proper health care, food, and safe drinking water, amongst others. He described the current situation at the Central Prison as a crisis, emphasizing citizens are dying due to government's neglect. Chiba Massacre, who was recently released from the Monrovia Central Prison after serving 10 months for theft of property, is advocating for urgent reforms to improve the lives of inmates and safeguard their future. The Liberian National Police have denied reports of attack on partisans of the Congress for Democratic Change following the investigation into the arson attack on the Capitol building. Recently, officials of the Congress for Democratic Change alleged that supporters of the CDC have been targeted in the ongoing investigation, thereby threatening resistance to police action. But addressing reporters in Monrovia Monday, Colonel Gregory Coleman indicated that there is no target on a single political party, adding that the investigation is independent. Colonel Coleman added that the fragility of the peace in Liberia should not be an excuse for citizens to commit crimes, stressing the need for citizens to be law abiding at all times. He added that citizens will answer the crimes committed, maintaining that Liberia's movement will not be determined by politicians. Commenting on the alleged assault of BBC correspondent Moses Gaziwu, Colonel Gregory Coleman noted that the Professional Senior Division is currently investigating the incident. He assured the actions will be taken following the completion of the full-scale investigation by the Professional Senior Division of the Liberian National Police. In a video posted on the social media Saturday, BBC stranger Moses Gaziwu was seen being assaulted by officers of the Liberia National Police ahead of the quarterfinal matches in the ongoing National County Sports Meet. Grand Bassa County Senator Besonga Finid has disclosed that a deal for the development of the region's iron ore tailings in Baconis, Buchanan, is on the verge of being finalized. Making the disclosure on a local radio station in the county, Senator Finger said the deal is set to bring an estimated 30 million United States dollars in benefits to the county. He, however, declined to reveal the name of the company involved in the project, assuring the public that the agreement has been thoroughly reviewed and deemed favorable for Grand Bassa County. The project is expected to provide a substantial economic boost, not only through financial investments, but also creating hundreds of new jobs. The Grand Bassa County Senator added that as part of the agreement, the company is scheduled to begin construction next month on a state of the 300 tons per hour iron ore beneficiary plant. According to him, the facility will be responsible for processing iron ore tailings, significantly increasing local production capacity. The political leader of the Vision for Liberia Transformation has expressed confidence in the government's arrest agenda for inclusive development. Recently, the government of Liberia launched its 5-year strategic plan tagged Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Speaking on a local media outlet in Monrovia, Dr. Jeremiah Wapo described the government's national development policy as a significant step in putting the country on the right trajectory. Dr. Wapo noted that the arrest agenda for inclusive development, when implemented, can boost the government's efforts in improving the lives of citizens and delivering on its promises. The Vision for Liberia Transformation political leader noted that President Walker's State of the Nation address should clearly highlight the government's intent of the program, since it was launched in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Meanwhile, Dr. Jeremiah Wapo emphasized the need for reshuffling in the second year of the Unity Party's government, adding that some bad apples who do not mean well for the country should give way for others. Deputy Minister for Cooperation at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abraham Yang, has reaffirmed President Walker's commitment to bring in investors that will explore the economic potentials of the country. According to Dr. Yen, the Liberian government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has taken a robust action to institute decisive programs of economic diplomacy. He added that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is currently working to ensure the successful implementation of the arrest agenda for the benefit of all Liberians. Dr. Abraham Yen made these comments on a local radio show in Monrovia Monday. He further assured that the Minister of Foreign Affairs is exerting efforts for political relationships and at the same time seeking investors for both the private and public sectors of Liberia. Dr. Yen added that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs engagements in other countries are beyond political relationships, noting that the economic foundation for unleashing the prosperity of Liberia is cardinal. The Female Journalists Association of Liberia, FIJA, in partnership with the Central Bank of Liberia, has unveiled an 8-month initiative aimed at improving financial literacy and fostering economic inclusion for women and undeserved communities across Liberia. Their project, implemented in collaboration with Pratt Consultancy Incorporated, seeks to equip Liberians with the knowledge and tools needed to make informed financial decisions while addressing critical gaps that limit access to banking and financial services. FIJA emphasizes its dedication to empowering women and marginalized groups, stating that the project aligns with its mission to ensure that Liberian women, specifically those in rural areas, understand financial systems and enhance their livelihoods. The initiative prioritizes women, youth, and rural dwellers who are often excluded from the formal financial sector. Media plans to leverage its network of journalists to amplify the campaign's message and reach audiences nationwide. The project is expected to increase access to banking services, improve saving habits, and enhance participants' financial well-being by addressing barriers such as limited knowledge, cultural norms, and geographical constraints with aims to create a more inclusive financial ecosystem. To ensure accessibility, FIJA will develop simple, culturally relevant educational materials addressing 9 key financial literacy themes, including budgeting, saving, debt management, and investment. The materials will be tailored in simple library English and translated into vernacular languages. And the Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General James Dawajara has announced that the LRA is introducing an electronic trade single window system to streamline trade processes. The system aims to automate border offices, reducing clearance times and costs to improve overall trade efficiency. The Revenue House Commissioner stated that the initiative will create a more business-friendly environment, boosting Liberia's trade and investment opportunities. Jada indicated that the LRA is also working to strengthen regional collaborations, such as through the Sigma transit system, and is committed to supporting Liberia's broader integration efforts in West Africa. The LRA Commissioner General James Dawajara made this session during a special address on the celebration of the 74th International Customs Day over the weekend. The LRA boss also highlighted the role of customs officers in protecting Liberia's borders from smuggling and illegal trade, ensuring national security and contributing to the country's economic prosperity through efficient revenue collection. Jada expressed gratitude to customs officers and stakeholders for their dedication to national development and emphasized the importance of customs in facilitating global trade, safeguarding borders, and generating national revenue. Gave call for continuous innovation and reform to ensure that the country's revenue generation efforts are linked with national development goals. Well, Mariama, that's the latest in the news. Bulletin is back to you for continuation.
Thank you, Aloysius. Chea. The news bulletin is a regular feature on Kear Newsline. Let's now bring you the voices of those making the news, starting with this development. The Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General James Dobojala has announced that the LRA is introducing an electronic trade single window system to streamline trade processes. The system aims to automate border offices, reducing clearance times and cost to improve overall trade efficiency. The Revenue House Commissioner stated that the initiative will create a more business friendly environment, boosting Liberia's trade and investment opportunities. Yes, so we cannot bring you that voice, we will bring it later on. The Liberian National Police has denied reports of attack on partisans of the Congress for Democratic Change following the investigation into the arson attack at the Capitol building. Recently, officials of the Congress for Democratic Change alleged that supporters of the CDC have been targeted in the ongoing investigation, thereby threatening resistance to police action. But addressing reporters in Monrovia Monday, Colonel Gregory Como indicated that there is no target on a single political party, adding that the investigation is independent. Colonel Coleman added that the fragility of the peace in Liberia should not be an excuse for citizens to commit crimes, stressing the need for citizens to be law abiding in all times.
Some of us we take our very slowly and not slow. And we need things sure to understand the Constitution. We know the ethics I believe in the government investigation. I believe the investigation has had zero political interferences, and there is no attack of any political party. I don't think that I'm mistakenly I forgot that one for that. Should be that mistake I made. All right, there. Investigation to any political party. There's zero connection to any political party in this investigation. We're all connected with the different political parties, um, but there has been no connection that this has been coordinated at any time. Those who are involved, those who are people of interest, they are acted independently. So we will speak to them. Nobody's charged that is innocent. They are of interest to the investigation. We want it. We all stand under the democracy to act. We want to let them on the receive democracy.
Commenting on the alleged assaults of BBC correspondent Moses Gazawu, Colonel Gregory Colbert noted that the Professional Standard Division is currently investigating the incident.
I have instructed the Professional Standards Division to launch an immediate investigation. I reached out to him yesterday and asked him to please develop a way with the PSC so that a thorough investigation can be conducted. And I'm not going to stop just yet. As soon as the PSC completes and consider the security complaint, we will also have a second opinion. If you want, we'll answer. So I'm just being informed that based on our conversation, he honored it, and the investigation has already started at the PSC. I was just driving along the line, and because I really lost complaints from notaries and other bypassers of the news activities, so I decided to just start checking. But when I thought about empowering the PSC, that's where it comes in, because it's the work of the PSC to do that on a daily basis. And that's why the logistics are doing that. The people, motorcycles, everything else to facilitate the because they should be out there doing that. So you won't see that every day, you see it more. As a matter of fact, there's an immediate restructure and reform of the
The voice of the Liberian National Police Inspector General Gregory Comer. President Walker vows to end drug abuse in Liberia. The Liberian leader boasts of continuous reduction in the price of commodities on the market. The voice of President Walker highlighting
the agenda also seeks to invest in human capital by transforming the education system, fostering technology and innovation, prioritizing public health and sanitation, promoting tourism and environmental sustainability. The total estimated cost of the Transformative Development Plan is $8.4 billion. Our total 60% of the funding will come from the government and international donors, with the remaining from private sector investors. The success of AID and the country development agendas will also depend on the active participation of our youth. We are dedicated to making available what they need, including the opportunities necessary to unlock their full potential. Mr. Vice President, Speaker, Madam President Pro Tem, esteemed members of the Legislature, Associate Justices of the Supreme Court and Federal Liberia. When we took office a year ago, we were given the mandate by the Liberian people to steer the nation toward progress and development.
The voice of the Liberian Chief Executive, Deputy Minister for Cooperation at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abraham Yen, has reaffirmed President Walker's commitment to bring in investors that will explore the economic potential of the country. According to Dr. Yen, the Liberian government, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has taken a robust to institute decisive programs of economic diplomacy. He added that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is currently working to ensure the successful implementation of the arrest agenda for the benefit of all Liberians.
We affirm the commitment of President Walker and to assure our people that the government is very focused and determined to bring in investors to open up the economic potentials of our country. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs has taken the course mandated by President Walker to implement a robust and decisive program of economic diplomacy. And this is why the Minister is now resting in all of our international engagements. She's discussing political relationships, but also importantly, she's asking for opportunities for investors to come to Liberia through the various channels that we have for investment, whether through professional, private sector investment, or individual holding. So we can only say that our engagements in these countries are beyond political relationship, which is very crucial. But we want to lay the economic foundation for unleashing the prosperity of our country. It's a systematic process. First, it was the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Madam Chea, who is running with President Walker's agenda of ensuring that Liberia's private sector achieves significant improvement in the next 2 years.
Dr. Abraham made these comments on a local radio talk show in Monrovia Monday. The Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General Dobro Jalloh has announced that the LRA is introducing an electronic trade single window system to streamline trade processes. The system aims to automate border offices, reducing clearance times and cost to improve overall trade efficiency. The LRA Commissioner General Dobro Jalloh made these assertions during a special address on the celebration of the 74th International Custom Day over the weekend.
Honored to join the commemorating this special day. This is the third International Customs Day celebration under the theme Custom, delivering on its commitments to efficiency. Let me begin by extending heartfelt greetings and profound gratitude to all custom officers and stakeholders for your dedication and contributions to our shared mission of fostering economic growth and national security. Let me talk briefly about the significance of today. Today, as we join the global customs family, we celebrate the important role that customs administrations play worldwide. This day reminds us to honor the sacrifices, the resilience, the commitment of customs officers, who ensure a seamless flow of trade, safeguard borders, and drive national revenue mobilization. As part of the international community, Liberia stands proud to contribute to this collective mission. On a theme, custom delivering on its commitments to efficiency, security, and prosperity, it encapsulates the full message of customs and challenges us to reaffirm our dedication to delivering results in these three critical areas. Allow me, therefore, to expound on how the Revenue Authority, through its custom department, is adhering to this mission.
The Liberia Revenue Authority Commissioner General James Double Jalloh there speaking. A former inmate at the Monrovia Central Prison, Jiba Massaquoi, has called on the Liberian government to turn its attention to the well-being of inmates and the maintenance of the prison facility. Speaking to reporters upon his release from the Monrovia Central Prison, Jiba Massaquoi expressed concerns about the horrible state of the prison facility, stating that inmates are dying on a regular basis. He alarmed over the unconducive nature of the prison facility, urging the Ministry of Justice to closely monitor the Monrovia Central Prison and other facilities across the country. Massaquoi revealed that many inmates are being detained without any formal charges or situation he believes has contributed to the overcrowding of the central prison.
Type of property. So I was like taken to the Morovia Central Prison as a detainee on February 6th. So definitely I spent something like 9 or 10 months in prison. One thing I want the Liberians to know is that people are dying in there. Young people are shot. There are people who have been detained and that means no case on the only because they don't have people to do what people are there. Just imagine prison facility that was only built for 300 inmates. They have about 1,700 plus inmates there. Some cells you see 22 persons in one cell. So the place is overcrowded. That place is not conducive.
At the same time, Jiba Masakwe highlighted the lack of basic necessities for inmates at the Monrovia Central Prison, including proper health care, good food, and safe drinking water.
We don't have any good health facility. That's the only place I've seen when you complete your headache and give you malaria tablet. So you will see they will prescribe medicine and they say send it outside. And another thing, when you prescribe the drugs, there are people out there they don't have family member to even get the drugs. So this is why at times you see people are sick, future leaders are dying, lives are wasting in there, and no good because when you smoke, you need to eat. So looking at the full aspect and the full side, because the government they are giving us $25 US food every day. But honestly speaking, if you give that $25 US food to the dog will eat it because it's not good, no attention, they cook it. Whatever we do, I don't know if we are not part of Liberia or I don't know, we are not citizens. Because there was no caring, no attention in the prison. No safe drinking water. If you see drinking water in our place, we cry gently. Anyhow,
The voice of a former inmate at the Monrovia Central Prison. The political leader of Vision for Liberia Transformation has expressed confidence in the government arrest agenda for inclusive development. Recently, the government of Liberia launched its 5 year strategic plan targeted arrest agenda for inclusive development in Bikana Grenvassa County. Speaking on a local media outlet in Monrovia, Dr. Jeremiah Wapo described the government's national development policy as a significant step in putting the country on the right trajectory. Dr. Wope noted that the REST agenda for inclusive development, when implemented, can boost the government's efforts in improving the lives of citizens and delivering on its promises.
Agenda in the current. Okay. And one is the race agenda is launched, and the next thing we will be listening to is what will be inculcated into the arrest agenda that will be dispensed to the liability on the one meaning the one of the motion. Those things President Barker will look at, and secondly, he will be able to tell us why they were planning the arrest agenda to bring it to us as the launch is here. What was being done in this administration, the reforming, the formation of the government, the achievement with ways that's why we're going to inform the Nigerian people and also looking forward to recommending policies to the legislature that we will bring to both to make it law so that it can not only govern the Nigerian people, not only control the Nigerian people, not only protect the common people from the rich people, but it will also help to create a middle class where the common Liberian farmer, the common student that coming from school or from poor family will have the opportunity to excel the social ladder. We are expecting those policies to come on. Anything that will be less than that, I think that will be some kind of impediment in the governance process or in the policy process. But we are looking forward to policies that will dispensation of the real labor. Equally so, I do not want for Liberian people to bring that sentiment or to bring that philosophy to boycott and boycott is going to do everything. Boycott going to take his time, he has a agenda for the Liberian people. And this is what he's long for in the governance process. He served the government for several years and he has come to the echelon of Liberian leadership. So we are expecting that he will achieve what the pace of achievement if we expect it to be like on a roller coaster.
Meanwhile, Dr. Jeremiah Wapo emphasized the need for reshuffling in the second year of the Unity Party's government, adding that some of bad apples who do not mean well for the country should give away for others.
Well, one time I had the opportunity to have a conversation with the president, and he told me that Wapo, um, these guys that would some of them, they are ill-performing. You came here to ill-perform or to invest in like going to the money, your place away. And when Toby goes at the level, he's identified areas, for example, the air triple we said that it's massive corruption over there. You did not waste time and study that I individual until today because some of the people that know you to hear that people are seeing the movement. We also saw similar things at Central Bank and that was in district and made a decision. You have somebody there and they know you to hear that Central Bank. And we expect that such decision making stupid decision that in the interest of the Liberian people, we share the intelligent interest of the Liberian people, we need a decision to be very rapid indeed. Of course, there might be some glitches along the way when it comes to taking decisions, and one of the things that can bring those glitches along the way is the political influence of the president. I must admit, the president has people of integrity in his government, yes, but he also has people that they're taking this government to do something that can benefit for at the end of the day, establish a reputation equally so well. So it left looking to put his spectacle on and see who is there to deliver according to his plan, according to his agenda and governance. And once he identifies those who work with his agenda to deliver those things that he wants to deliver, like all of them, so he can keep there. And those who are contrary to his
The voice of the political leader of Vision for Liberia Transformation, Dr. Wapu, there speaking. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. If you're just tuning in, you are listening to Kear Newsline, 45 minutes of news, views, and analysis on Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global community. Today is Monday, January 27, 2024, and I am Mariama Jalloh presenting, and these are stories topping the headlines. Justices of the Supreme Court of Liberia boycott the President's State of the Nation address, leave huge speculation among citizens. President Joseph Walker vows to end drug abuse in Liberia. The Liberian leader boasts of continuous reduction in the price of basic commodities on the Liberian market. The civil law court dismisses the case filed by embattled Speaker Funati Kofa, challenging the election of Representative Richard Kuhn as Speaker of the House of Representatives. But the legal team of J. Funati Kofa runs to the Supreme Court. And away from Liberia, a baby has been injured in an attack on a hospital in Gompa. Today, Save the Children says. Let's now bring you more developments. Amidst President Walker's State of the Nation address, several marketers have called on the government of Liberia to reduce the prices of basic commodity on the Liberian market. Several marketers in Liberia have appealed to government to address the rising price of basic commodities. Speaking to reporters, the marketers expressed frustration over what they describe as increasing hardship in the country. They appeal to President Walker to urgently intervene and reduce the cost of essential goods.
The president, let him shut a British president down. A British president down, let a British down. They break the meeting, none of us have already 35. Àkọ́kọ́ ìbálẹ̀ tí ṣé 3500 ṣé 3700 èdè kábà ẹ̀kọ́ we tell it you know ṣé sọ́rọ̀ àlọ́ ṣé ìbájú you can do that now ṣé kí kò ṣe ààrẹ for you because things are very hard things are tough you show your operation day you even know that you tell you ọmọ lórí ẹ̀rọ sáà lè tẹ̀ you tell it for Saturday no fine you tell yes no fine everything tough àwọn tó àwọn pásọmọ lè ká bọ̀ àbọ̀ òkè fífa nǹkan èkì kó balẹ̀ sí yẹn. The Papa, if I found her, I will go by protest. If I protest, on them. You can't say anything when it's come out to us. You say, what is that for 10 hours? See for 20 or 1 for 10 hours. After what you know, then they say for the rate of 25 but you know, and understand things are very tough. So if you're speaking for us to there when you're talking, then you talk up, you have to really say anything. We are the answer with heart and hardship. Nobody, we just tell it carefully. We tell it straight.
The views of citizens in the Liberian market. Grand Bassa County Senator Bezonga Findlay has disclosed that a deal for the development of the region iron ore trailing in Bacanes Bicana on the verge of being finalized, making the disclosure on a local radio station in the county. Senator Findlay said the deal is set to bring an estimated amount of US 30 million in benefit to the county. He, however, declined to reveal the name of the company involved in the project, assuring the public that the agreement has been thoroughly reviewed and deemed favorable for Grand Bassa County.
Well, the teams have been some negotiations. Those negotiations were finalized, and I can tell you it's a very, very good deal. The people of Bassa stand to see the teams anywhere between $30 to $40 million Grand Bassa account. But let me put it in the right perspective. You see, the tailings is a commodity, so the price can fluctuate. What we have negotiated on percentage-wise the sales that will be, which means at the port we can bring to percent. And the issue of that is that the company has to contract. And once they do that, we're coming to them to start to look at it. You see, what we don't want, we don't want a company that will come and sit down and say, we must wait for 3 years before they start operation, or 2 years. We expect you to start your operation immediately because we want the money. We need the money for development. But that, there's no secret around the financial deals. It's clear and open. Wherever money is going to be paid, can be paid to the council. The citizens will not punish citizens and the company tax to pay 107 just as soon as 100. And the penalty by the punish of 63% iron content. You take 63% iron content, which means that the beneficiary is what we have, which is 11 million tons of deposit and estimated will be around 5 million tons. 5 million tons, that means $8.25. We give you up to 37 million. Now, why I said 30 is because price will drop. When our price drop, yes, you have the same $8. No, you won't have the same $8, but you will have something less than $8 per liter.
The voice of Grand Bassa County Senator Bezengar Findlay. Let's now bring you our foreign developments. Baby injured in attack on hospital aid agency says a baby has been injured in an attack on a hospital in Boma today, Save the Children says. The aid agency added that its official office in Boma was also hit by an explosion in the house of an employee struck with bullets. Last week, four children were wounded by explosive exterior in the town of Minova, about 30 kilometers from Goma, Save the Children said. This development is taking us home, but before we leave, we'll bring you a recap of the headlines. Justices of the Supreme Court of Liberia boycott the President's State of the Nation address, leave huge speculations amongst citizens. President Joseph Walker vows to end drug abuse in Liberia. The Liberian leader boasts of continuous reduction in the prices of basic commodities on the Liberian market. The Civil Law Court dismisses the case filed by embattled Speaker Funati Kofa challenging the election of Representative Richard Coon as Speaker of the House of Representatives. But the legal team of J. Funati Kufa runs to the Supreme Court. And away from Liberia, a baby has been injured in an attack on a hospital in Goma today, Save the Children says. This brings us to the end of today's edition, and this is how we draw down our curtains on today's edition of the Gear News Line. My name is Mariama Jalloh. I presented, and many thanks to James Wokwe, who sat at control. Good evening.